We did trans guys, we did trans gals. Now it's Enby time. We're back in my wheelhouse now, cause I'm one of those. I'm any pronoun, which makes it impossible to misgender me in any way that matters. As always, this is all headcanons, except for one notable exception, and all in good fun. There's no one non-binary look, and non-binary people can look however the hell they want, and be however the hell they want. That includes me, that includes you, that's anyone and everyone. You're allowed to be just you, whoever you is. Now let's dive into some gender, shall we? Let's take a look at my top 10 favorite Enbies in Yu-Gi-Oh! Honorable mention, Oystermeister. Oystermeister is a large oyster person. Oysters, for those who don't know, typically change from the masculine sex organs to the feminine sex organs as they age, making them inherently mess around with sex fuckery, but I don't know if oysters have a concept of gender. Can they be non-binary if they don't really have a binary to default to? I could talk about the fact that Meister comes from the German word for master and has a masculine implication that has become gender neutral over time, as male became the absence of gender in the gendered hierarchy instead of the true gender itself. Or I could talk about their breeding hips. But it's an oyster, come on. It feels downright silly to gender an oyster. Just let the Meister live. Number 10. Maizen the Battle Ninja. This guy is mostly in here because of the way he poses. There is no cisgender way to explain that fucking back angle. Look at it, dog. You can make a right triangle with his head and feet. He's straight up JoJo posing, holy moly. So this beefy guy is certainly not the kind of Enby I want to be. I'm a girly type, but I know there's some out there who would jack his steez in a heartbeat. Also, this guy is a ninja made of two other ninjas, specifically of two different types. One is girl type, the other is boy type, simple as. Just like all non-binary people, this guy can just call another ninja to the field when people are mean. Always beware the Enby ninja summon ability. And if that ninja is face down, ass up, then you can't hit Enbies. That's just the rules, I didn't make them. Number 9, Arcanite Magician. Arcanite Magician appears on 3 separate cards. We've got the Synchro one, we've got the Fusion one, that's the Supreme, and we have the main deck Assault Mode version for some reason. Was this freaking the anime or something? I refuse to look it up. Anyways, look at those 3 arts and tell me what gender this creature is. Either there's more than one Arcanite Magician, or the Arcanite Magician is using some of that magic that changes their physical appearance to match their day-to-day gender preference. You cannot convince me otherwise. It is so crazy. Big Spooky Magician is a hell of an Enby mood, so I can definitely see it. I wonder if they'll ever make more of these guys. It's weird that there's 3 of them. Seems like enough to potentially start some sort of archetype maybe. Then again, they kind of look a bit like Dark Magician, so maybe Dark Magician would sue them if they did. Number 8, Gem Knight Quartz. Now you know there had to be a gender robot on here. There might even be another one on the list, who knows? Quartz is one of those robots that has an outfit built into their chassis, and theirs is immaculate. Real monarch shit, regal but of indeterminate gender. And I so want to jack their style, that's exactly my shit. They even have a hip cape just like me. Mine is longer though. I love the pauldrons and the hourglass figure combo. A real pinchable waist on this robot. Quartz is also a really cool gem, very common, a gem with the people. To give it regal treatment feels right. The people are king, truly. From the knight's helm to the high heels, this gem knight has wonderful Enby style. Number 7, DDD Oracle King Doc. This king has some birthing hips. That's because this is a DDD version of another Yu-Gi-Oh card and historical figure. Doc isn't just a fun way of spelling dark, it's French for of Arc, as in Joan of Arc, the French historical figure. Joan of Arc also appears as 2 other much older Yu-Gi-Oh cards, Saint Joan and Guardian Angel Joan. Now Joan is a very interesting historical figure. As a person born to a peasant family in medieval France, she didn't really have much opportunity. As an AFAB, she had even less. But after a divine visitation of the Archangel Michael, the 17-year-old Joan became a soldier and military leader. She was spurred on by the prophecy of a virgin woman who would arrive to save France, yet also began to wear exclusively men's clothes. Eventually, the French court grew tired of her independence and desire to continue war with Burgundy, and once she began to suffer military failures, took the opportunity to burn her at the stake for heresy. This transcendence of gender in 1400s France is really interesting. It's pretty hard to tell exactly what's going on here since a 1400s understanding of gender is wholly different from our own. It's certainly safe to say though that there's something not quite cis going on here. Making a card based on Joan into a king is such an interesting wrinkle to add to that. Very Enby, very cool. Number 6, Galatea. Okay, dolls, this one's for you. Galatea is perfect. Just wonderful. I would have put her in the trans girls list, but I ran out of room, and then I realized I could put her here because she's definitely an agender doll girly. All of her gender was inside Eve and Lee's combined soul, so after they took that out, there wasn't really much of anything there. No gender, just cute. I would love to chill with her, maybe clean her joints or something. She's also a band kid, so I think we got a lot we can talk about. I usually get along with fellow woodwinds, shouldn't be any issues there. It's not like she's a brass bombard or something. Ugh. Number 5. Hallow, the Spirit of Tricks. Ween was of course featured in the trans guys list, but I think Hallow, who does present more femme, is more in the Enbie category. That's T for T solidarity there. Look at them chilling out on the broom. They're so me. Look at this concept art for them where their face turns into a jack-o'-lantern face in the dark. Isn't that cool? Maybe I'm biased because I'm also a Halloween-themed spooky witch, but I just adore this whole energy. It's kind of crazy to me that they made these cards, included them as part of the Live Twins universe, and then they're just like bad. Very unfortunate. I would really love to see them expanded upon more and made playable, but I think in their current state that's basically impossible. Their current design is just not conducive to a modern style of play, no matter how many cards you give them, I think. I don't know, maybe I'll give it a shot sometime or something. Number 4, Effect Veiler. Veiler is so Enbie that it's actually confused the female card list writers on whether to include it or not. Veiler has such an important place in Yu-Gi-Oh! 2, really paving the way for modern hand trap design and features prominently in the anime. Love that they even got an alt art like the Ghost Girls before. That's a pretty prominent place for a gender non-conforming character to be when you think about it. Granted, Yu-Gi-Oh! Has never been a super gender conforming series, but it's still nice to see. Glad that this card still sees play to this day. Love to see the Enbies winning so hard. Number 3, Surziel, Watcher of the Evil Eye. Surziel has transcended gender through the power of the Evil Eye. Look at them. They look crazy. Their body is barely even human anymore, much less any specific gender. They're extremely androgynous, and the eldritch warping of their body hides it further. The only piece of their humanity left is their elven face and their washboard abs featuring a womb tattoo, which really doesn't help clear things up. Goals, to be honest. Surziel becomes even more eldritch when they ascend to become Zurziel, the ruler of the Evil Eye. Note how Konami uses a gender-neutral title for them. Very interesting. That tummy turns into a draconic maw with a giant yellow eye peeking out from within as the Evil Eye warps their flesh into an even more alien form. Goals, to be honest. This deck has been one I've been interested in several times in the past, but I've just never gotten into. Maybe now's the time to change that and rep some non-binary evil guys. We support non-binary rights and wrongs in this house. Number 2, Yubel. Yubel has to be high on the list because they're the only canonical non-binary person in the entire game. That's huge. Like, we don't talk about how crazy that is enough. This children's cartoon, Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, has a canonical non-binary character, their form split down the middle between masculine and feminine. Like, sure, it's not a particularly woke portrayal of being non-binary. That vertical split is pretty tacky and they're evil, but it's still cool. Hell, you can tell it is because the dub tried to completely erase all of that to get rid of their boob, but also generate them as female. Ironically, I think that kind of just leads to the same thing, but in a different way, and I'm not going to complain about that. But you know, I say they're evil, but I do appreciate that GX is a bit more nuanced about it than that. Like, yeah, Yubel likes to hurt people, but they also just want companionship. Jaden is a perfect companion for them who literally completes them. There's also a read of Yubel as Jaden's inner traumatized queerness, especially since they possess his boyfriend and turn him into a BDSM emo boy. To stop Yubel from destroying him, he has to accept them, and to accept the queerness inside himself. As much as I didn't enjoy the Yubel arc for its plodding writing style and honestly just being too long in general, the core of the season is actually quite something. Much like a real non-binary person, the more you try to drag Yubel down, the more they come back in a new, more powerful form. That's a lesson we can all learn from in this current climate. Number 1, Malice Chessy Cat. What could possibly be Yubel? Yubel's the ultimate nightmare, the canonical non-binary person in all of Yu-Gi-Oh! Well, it's just a character design I find neat. It's my list. I can do what I want with it. Malice is a deck I just can't get enough of. These incredible designs are something I've gushed about on many occasions, and yet here I am again to talk about my favorite of the bunch, Chessy Cat. You might have assumed that I'm a bit of a Cheshire Cat kind of gal, and how dare you assume such stereotypes? But you're right. That grin, I just can't resist. Now what about that Enbie business? Well, while everyone else on the team has pretty hyper-feminine futuristic outfits, Chessy Cat is sporting a cute little romper. Clothes don't necessarily make the gender, but the distinction between them and the rest gives me feelings of gender. You know what I'm saying? Oh, to be an Enbie hacker with a virus that injects a silly cartoon version of myself onto your hacked system. Their vibes are just immaculate. I love them so much. So here they are at number 1. And there you have it, my top 10 favorite Enbies in Yu-Gi-Oh! What do you think of all these choices? What would you include in your top 10? Let me know down below. Rest well, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Good night. Hey there. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I've got a lot more for you if you want them. Just hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to get notifications. I'd also appreciate if you left me a like and a comment, and maybe shared the video around with your friends. You can also follow me on all the usual social media sites. Just check out my website in the description below for more info. My videos are funded by my patrons, Ko-fi subscribers, and YouTube members, whose names you'll see scrolling by in these credits here. For just $1 a month, you too could find yourself here, trapped in my end screen for all eternity. In particular, I'd like to thank Jeremy Coatney, Frog Prince Michael, Flea Kill, Haru Hayes, the Almighty Ferret Lord, and Fire Mizumi. A big thanks to all my other patrons and to my little community as a whole. Remember to be kind to yourselves, be kind to others, and have a wonderful whatever time it is for you. Bye-bye. Sleep well.